Team Marie Hanible learned to overcome a lot of challenges in her life, from troubled years in school to joining the military as a Marine gunnery sergeant. Now she's sharing her tips to success and leadership in a new book called The Warrior Code. Good morning.
Good morning.
You actually grew up in Chicago. You were in
did.
foster care. You got expelled from high school. You have quite a story.
I have a big story. Kind of learned from those things and kind of moved on in life. But yeah, I'm hometown. This is my hometown.
So how did that shape you? Because I think a lot of people in Chicago, we know some of the struggles that our city is fighting, and a lot of people come from tough situations. What turned you around and helped shape you into who you are today?
I think my mom, my adopted mom, Minnie Hudson, she was the basis of giving me that strength that I needed to keep going in spite of things that was happening to me. So I would definitely attribute that to my mom, and of course the Marine Corps too.
Yeah, well, let's talk more about that. The first female class to make Marine combat training, and the only female in your unit in Iraq.
Yes.
Wow.
First one with my unit to deploy, so it was a doozy.
What was that like?
Imagine no bathrooms, no girl talk, and then just kind of being in the unknown.
Okay.
You're there for a mission, of course.
Yeah.
But you don't know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, you did that.
I did that.
So I'm actually reading your book right now. I spent some time with it this weekend. And let's chat about the book. Okay. So what does the title mean, Warrior Code, and what do you want people specifically to get out of this book?
It's just about finding your own inner warrior, knowing that whatever you're faced with now, whatever difficulties you're going through now, it's not permanent. You just got to find that warrior and let that be your strength.
Yeah, and she talks about 11 different principles in this book.
Yes.
One of them, the first one, being grit. So how do you get some grit, especially when you're going through that downtime, that rough moment?
For me, when I deployed, of course, I had my little one back here in Chicago. My mom kept her for me. So, and I remember keeping a picture of her in my hat while I was deployed in my cover. So that was my grit. That was my motivation to keep going, even though I was somewhere I didn't want to be at the time. But that was my motivation. So you find your motivation, and you just keep going.
Let's talk about some of the video that we're seeing right now. Now, you were on Fox with American Grit and John Cena. And so tell us what you did with that show.
Ooh, that was a show where we got to put civilians through that military-style training and help them find their grit, i.e. American grit.
So you were there just kind of as a coach, right?
Yes, I was like the Jillian Michaels of the show, I guess you could say.
I like that, but it's not even so much, I mean, the physical stuff. You're like coaching them through the mental and emotional so they can get through all those physical challenges, right?
Absolutely. A lot of times what stops us is what's going on in our head. We're our own deterrent.
Yeah.
So if we can get past that part that's going in our head that's telling us, no, we can't do that, then we got it.
Yeah.
I mean, we totally got it. If we can get past that part, we got it.
I love it. I love that you're just sharing your magic here. So also tell us about Operation Heroes Connect.
Okay, so Operation Heroes Connect was an organization that I started and wanting to give back. Oftentimes, when you're not forward deployed, you're back here in the rear, you kind of feel unfulfilled as a military member. You feel like you should be doing more. So my Operation Heroes Connect was a way of me to give back to the local communities. Yeah. So from there, we started the big brother, big sister kind of thing, where we're pairing up a service member and a veteran with a local at-risk youth.
I love that.
And then from there, we've been running our summer camp program, which is an away camp, and it's free for kids, of course. And we put the bill for everything, and it's a 1-week program. And we literally take them away from what they know, those gadgets, those telephones.
Their
and we just do the doggone thing.
Yeah, I love that you're doing this because you know firsthand what we're dealing with here in Chicago. Grew up on the South Side, went to CVS High School in the foster care system. What do you want those Chicagoans out there to know, any young people who might be listening? I also think it's awesome you just being a part of the military. I know a lot of times African Americans are told not to go into the military, and you are the perfect example of how it can really change your life. So what do you want those Chicagoans out there to know?
Just know that your current circumstances does not dictate who you become in life. If that did for me, then I wouldn't be near where I am today. Yeah. So as long as you know, just hold fast. I know times are rough. I mean, look at myself, kicked out of high school, told not to come back to any Chicago public schools. and you can still turn your life around. You can still kind of be that warrior, so to speak.
I love it. Kicked out of high school and hanging with the president.
Hanging with the president,
Yeah.
shaking hands with Michelle, hugging Michelle. So yes, it can be done.
You deserve all the accolades. Thank you so much for sharing your
Thank you
story
for
with us
having
this
me.
morning. How inspirational. The Warrior Code, you guys, it's available on Amazon. Make sure you get out there, you get this book and get some inspiration for your life.